I think that people are falling into this trap of running less blue heroes right now, when they should be running more. Because everyone looks at these blue heroes and they say, okay, these are the worst aspects of blue. I'm just going to run 2 of them so that I can play the blue cards without needing the blue heroes. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that is the way to look at it. It's not inherently flawed, but I suspect it's not the most efficient. So obviously we're doing nothing across this round. If we roll Janata, we're good at this game. What are you doing, Lockin? So we can kind of read into this and think about what he's thinking about. And he's thinking about Ignite right now. So he's deciding which lane to play Ignite on. And he will decide on putting it... I think he'll put it on the left lane. Right? Oh, mid. Okay. You suck, Bounty Hunter. Okay. So we need to find track now. So he's got the Unearthed on the left side. We don't want to play into the Unearthed, but... Wait, why would he put Unearthed on the Kana lane? That makes sense? I don't think that makes sense. So if we want to open up blue color casting options, we need to play the Zeus mid. Problem with that, pulling it into the Ignite isn't great. I suspect he has a second Ignite, which would make the most sense on why he played the first one mid. He wants to upkeep kill the Bounty Hunter, maybe? Maybe he just didn't like putting it left. It's honestly kind of weird. It's either mid or left for us. I don't think we really gain any benefit from opening up the casting options here. I like the idea of just going into this creep, probably. Interesting. What do you think about Kana starter? I mean, it's fine. I could do it here. In this case, I feel like I have more important starters. So, now, we don't want to trigger this on its secrets. We want to be able to start playing for mid. Hopefully at least kill this. He might be playing his own Ignite. Aghanim Sanctum is most important to develop left, and we have to think where we want to pray on the weak here. Praying is kind of a bad play on this turn. You could try to do it from the right lane, in which case we want to Sanctum right now so that we can try to multicast both. Praying is
15 seconds remaining.
Maybe better done offensively. I think the best play is to Sanctum and Ignite. Committing for Prey is just a little too early. So he's not using his own Ignite yet, which is kind of interesting. The most important thing, and this is kind of where, I mean, if you understand how matchups work in other games, namely, you know, Hearthstone would be a good example, but honestly, anything can be a good example. If we Ignite right, Zeus will not be killed by the upkeep because we don't have the Drow Aura. Drow Aura would be nice here. I mean, there's just no reason to Ignite left just because we have both of these heroes here already. Igniting right, I think, has to make the most sense. We're probably burning too much time on these early decisions. Ignite is a decision that takes a lot of... You have to consider a lot of options, but at the same time, if you're not careful, you can burn through way much time on your Ignite decisions. Oh, there's your Janata. Great. So the most important thing is to understand how to play each matchup differently, right? In this matchup, this is like a really, really late game matchup. My objective is to get the most out of my tools and not sacrifice any potential value by committing for early game stuff, right? So for example, in a normal matchup, using Prey on the weak aggressively feels like a pretty good play in general. In this matchup, you expect him to clear it. He has stuff like at any cost. Of course, on this board state, maybe he doesn't want to at any cost. This is an awkward board state for him. I mean, he's probably going to use his own Prey or something, right? Maybe I can Prey here. If I draw another Ignite, the Zeus dies on the upkeep. I don't think I actually need to play Foresight on this turn. Let's go for it. This is a rare situation where I feel like I can be a little bit more aggressive, because this is a pretty bad at any cost for him. Usually, he's set up in a situation where at any cost, you know, this turn or next turn is good for him, but we have a very balanced board state. He doesn't want to sacrifice both of his heroes for this, so we can actually get some damage in, which might have an impact. Typically, the most important thing is because we're playing... I mean, you have to think very far ahead in this matchup. The game is not going to end anytime remotely soon. Vesture in this side shop. The game is not going to end anytime remotely soon, right? Which means you're just playing for the super long game value, right? This means, for example, we maybe never want to cast Foresight anywhere outside of the Ogre lane, because just that 25% chance of having a double Foresight might make it worth it. As much as I'd like to start controlling this lane and open myself up to casting options here, playing Kana into Ignite is kind of a no-no. I think I might have to anyway. Yeah, I think I do have to do this. Both other lanes just feel worse. And due to the amount of board clears both players have access to, the Ignite's kind of the least of my worries. So we can do something like Foresight into Prey on the Weak if we want. If we find an Ignite, we can potentially upkeep kill the right lane. This is worth casting for the static field, and he's just gonna nuke it. I'm pretty okay with this. I've sent you a PM on Twitch regarding an upcoming tournament I'm helping to organize. Draft tournament. No date set. Yeah, I'm down. I don't know. Sounds good to me. So the question is, do we blow or at any cost here? It's not a bad at any cost. You don't really get good value out of these in this matchup. Like, both players are just typically too careful with these cards. And he doesn't even run some stuff like Deep Portal. So there's his Ignite. Of course, this just deals with these doggos. Interesting. So he's blinking left. I mean, isn't this all we need, though? Like, look, we've got the payday. This is all we need, right? Bounty Hunter's coming in next turn with the guaranteed payday. We're getting to, like, the 2 Vesture range. Isn't that fine? So everything on this board is damaged. We have 6 dogs that all just die immediately if we want. That's gotta be bad, right?
Keep fighting.
As much as I like using Arcane Assault, if I draw like a second payday, this is a really good assault. If I clone it with Ogre, this is a really good assault. If I do neither of those, this is a game-losing assault. Keeping these in hand is just good. Turns out initiative is kind of broken. Now these Vestures are coming online pretty late, but it does single-handedly make this kind of the most controlling matchup. If you put this Bounty Hunter literally anywhere else, might not be able to even play his card. Typically, Payday is a card that you want to play from the right lane if possible. Because, I mean, the later you play it, it's kind of like Diabolic Revelation. The more rightward you go, the more things have died that turn, right? The more things that have died that turn, the better cards like Payday and Diabolic become. So right now, if this was a blue hero, instead of a stupid Gondar, I could cast Ignite somewhere. I mean, right now I'm gaining no gold from black heroes. What if it's just mono blue Vesture? Like, what the hell am I doing with this black hero in my deck? I've gone through all this just to turn this 3 mana card into a Vesture. I mean, hey, a Vesture is pretty good. You can't really lose if you have Vestures. We did get a nice exchange against the tree early due to his high stat line. If we had rolled Janata, we would have been even better. Hey Swim, are you still having fun with Artifact, not wanting to play any other card games? I mean, kind of. Card games are kind of like, you know, it's kind of like a girlfriend, right? Like, the correct answer is yes. I don't want to play other card games, right? Artifact is listening. You know, that's the correct answer. But there's a bro code here. We all know the real answer to that question. I guess I just have to ignite right again. This ignite kind of does nothing on the right lane.
15 seconds remaining.
I think I need to try to draw into something on the right side. I don't know. Like, whenever you play a game for an extended period of time, you kind of always want to play other games. That's just kind of how it works. Like, for all you guys know, when the stream turns off, I'm over here just grinding out some Duelist, you know? You would be none the wiser. Yeah, we lost.
Forced surrender in 30 seconds.
How are we down to 30 seconds already? I mean, we have double Vesture. Sort of. Drew the gold mine.
Just what I was looking for.
The thing is, nobody actually wants to just play one card game. Say something only a hardcore Duelist player would say. Battle pets were a good idea.
Be around as long as I can.
We lost. No way, right? I mean, this is funny, but it doesn't actually do anything. Okay, we actually lost. Shit, where are my Vestures?
15 seconds remaining.
Clips at 4 charges. So Luna goes left to control. Zeus goes mid to blow up. We ignite the right lane to upkeep the Zeus. We got the blink for the Luna. We can do this. So ignite the right lane. He's playing around the second ignite by putting this here so that he still has blue on this lane. He wants blue to be able to stay on this lane, but we have the guaranteed initiative to steal back unless he has multiple arcane assaults. We can blink Luna over and go for an annihilation. We need to actually draw our annihilation though. This is kind of the issue. Sometimes you don't draw your cards. If we had 2 Thunder God's Wraths, we could try to go for it here. It's pretty weak at this point. We actually just need to draw cards. This is getting kind of insane. Too little, too late.
You never should have raised my ire.
5 charges on the Eclipse, but we've got nothing to play from the middle lane.
Salamene provides. The enemies of Salamene will fall. You call yourself a warrior.
Forced surrender in 30 seconds.
We have to blink her over. 6 charges on the Eclipse.
I can go anywhere the moonlight
Forced
touches.
surrender in 20 seconds.
Okay. Leapfrog time. This could be fine. I don't know. So the biggest question is, so the Vesture package hasn't really worked out in this game. The big question is, am I feeling like this deck is being made worse because of it? Like, you compare this to the standard mono blue, you know, these Ironfog gold mines are what, like, compels instead? This just might not change anything. So Lockin likes running the version of this deck with 3 arcane assaults, which I somewhat support. If he's smart, he passes here. We assault to take back, he assaults to steal back, and then we're screwed. Our Eclipse is going up to 6 charges since we blinked Luna right. Which should kill the Drow.
My favorite part is when we light everything on
He's not trying to steal initiative with assault. I mean, you know that's not going to work. Is this worth doing? I don't think this really can be worth it, actually.
question.
I mean, this Ignite feels like it's not really doing much here.
These are grim times.
Okay, S. Yeah, that's probably worth it.
All tough fight.
Don't think you're safe.
3, 2.
Blessed be the night. Coming here was the last mistake you'll make.
He probably just passes for initiative here. I don't think he's doing anything. It's kind of too late for obliterating orb to matter. We just need to find that Vesture.
Forced surrender.
Unfortunately, it looks like that's not happening here. I mean, the Vesture is basically kind of control tech, right? And one for me can be used on Hourglass in other matchups. That's why I don't really mind the idea of using something like an Hourglass. So blue has to go left. We have initiative, but it doesn't matter. Blue goes left. We're looking for it to be the Ogre because we're going to use something like double Thunder Gods from the left side to kill off the Kana with initiative. If we have the ability to steal initiative, we could go for something like an Annihilation mid. But honestly, I think what happens mid has almost no bearing to matter on the game. And then we'll put the Bounty Hunter right.
Forced surrender in 30 seconds.
This looks good. 30 seconds to take this turn. Okay, guys. Speed time. So, the question is, do we double Thunder Gods or do we go for an Arcane Assault? The way to answer that question comes down to whether we have something like an Annihilation we can play off of initiative mid. If we have no Annihilation, there's no reason to do anything fancy here. There's nothing for us to clone in a hand, so we're just going to take the double Thunder Gods here. We really wish we had something to actually, like, play for initiative in the middle lane, but since that's not happening, we're just going to double Thunder Gods off of Ogre. We don't have the ability to use any of our other cards. Now, we can blink the Ogre over, and we can even blink him mid. But right now, we're most afraid of being gusted out mid. The gust is going to happen no matter what, and unfortunately, this doesn't really save us in this case. So I think we're just going to leave both of these here. Okay, so if he doesn't gust us miraculously, we will just take the Thunder Gods, but the gust will always come, no matter what. The gust always happens here. Come on. You're going to gust us. Just do it. Just do it. What is this? Just gust us. Come on. What are you doing? I'm real hard about this gust. Does he not have it? Sometimes Storm players just like doing this, just to make you think that, maybe he doesn't have it. And then they hit you with it. Oh, wow. Oh, we're silenced. Shit. Unfucking believable. 6 seconds left for this round. Two things. Arcane Assault on the left side. He's got initiative coming in. We don't have the ability to block him out because we don't have the either Eclipse or the Annihilation. But the initiative still prevents him from taking the Annihilate on us. Right now, it looks like our turn 3 play is Iron Fog plus Assault. We can end one for me, the Luna, potentially draw another Hourglass. Hourglass on the 50-50 ends up being worth it here in this case, I think. Skip the Gold Mine, not enough mana for it. I do like the Arcane Assaults. Okay, so 5 seconds left. Let's go. 4 seconds. So we end one for me, the Luna. We get the Hourglass. Okay, he passes back. We Hourglass the Gondar. 2 seconds. We're going to make all these actions in 2 seconds. Okay, so Hourglass the Gondar. Maul the Gondar. Equip the Maul. Assault pass. We got it. Oh, we're good. Whew. Holy shit. Fuck, we were supposed to blink the Luna. We didn't have enough time. We were supposed to equip the second blink dagger on the Luna. Oh, actually, no, we couldn't have it with Arcane Assault. Never mind, we're good. We did it all perfectly. Okay, so we got the Vesture online. Ooh, finally. So now all we need to do is survive one turn and then just bolt him left, right? Kana's coming in hot. So, dude has Annihilation. Or, sorry, he has Gust. We don't really have anything we can play. I guess we're gonna Vesture. I mean, what else are we gonna do, right?
I'll lead from the front.
Okay, so he Gust us here. Come on, man. We both know you have it. What is this? He doesn't have Gust. He probably has at any cost though. He's only used one. Actually pretty low odds of him having at any cost. So we just killed off our own Zeus. We can take a Prey on the Weak here. This will force the at any cost if he has it. Nice try, kid.
Let
Unfortunately, I have infinite prey on the weaks. This dude only has one. What are you gonna do? He thinks we're gonna run out. Yeah. Guess I got him. Okay. So